is coming. Together, we are going to stop that monster.
How? Look at us. We're adorable.
You've done voice work before for Age of Resistance and Playmobil, but does it feel different? Is there more stress when it's a character that's much loved by a lot of fans?
You know, I have the same approach to every film I ever make, which is I don't stress out until it's too late to do anything about it. And then I'm like, okay, well, that happened. So hopefully people don't hate me. So I didn't really feel the pressure beforehand or whilst doing it. Now I just really hope that fans enjoy it, because this is a film made by fans for fans. Yeah. So as long as the fan experience is great, that's all I can ask for.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously in animation, it's rare you get to work with other cast members, and especially with this, because it was during COVID, the production. So was that the case here? Were you just on your own, or did you get to interact with anyone else?
I was on my own, but I'm really hoping that if we ever get the chance to do this again, we can all get together, because it's such an incredible array of talent, and I'm such a big fan of so many of the members of this film that it would just be wonderful to see them work in that.
Yeah, is it trickier to build up that kind of rapport between the characters when you're not playing off someone that's physically there? Or
I think so, but that's really on the filmmakers. I think it's a testament to them how they've made this film work, because you're right, it was COVID and couldn't all be together or kind of discuss it all. So I just think the filmmakers did a really, really good job, and now I'm just looking forward to meeting everybody at the premiere. I think it's going to be like, hi, we made a film together. Pleasure to meet you.
And you, when it comes to this kind of role, did you use it as an excuse to play some Mario games as like research for the role? Yeah,
1,000%. I was like, please don't call me. It's a Sunday and I have to go do research.
Yeah.
Gaming.
100%. Did you have...
It was a wonderful excuse. I don't think I'm allowed to use it again for a while, but I
for the sequel, you can use it for the sequel again. Exactly.
Fingers crossed.
Did you take anything in particular from the games? Because obviously Peach has been voiced in the games by various different actresses. Did you take anything from that, or did you just want to bring your own spin to it?
I think when I was first thinking about the voice, I wanted there to be a few callbacks so people could, you know, feel something familiar. But I also realized with the script that that's just not, she was written in a different way. So I kind of just had to try and build her voice from the story we were telling, and to make her a 3D character in that way. And I hope that it's worked.
And as you say, there is a difference with this, where Luigi is the damsel in distress this time round, and compared to what Mario fans think. What is it that switch brings to the film, do you feel?
A modernity. I think it's ushering it into a new era. I think people are looking forward to seeing characters in a different way that they haven't before. And we're in a period of immense shift. And when I first came out of this film, I felt so honored and inspired by seeing this character. I just felt so proud, and I don't know, it's strange to be inspired by your own character, but I just left so excited for the generation of kids that was going to see a female leader in this way. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, and among the many references to the video games, you've obviously got the Rainbow Road sequence in there, which has been the bane of many Mario Kart fans over the years. Did it bring back some bad flashbacks for you of your time playing Rainbow Road in the games?
I mean, listen, I'm not very good, but I'm determined, and I will keep working at it until it is better. But that's probably one of my favorite sequences in the film. I just think it's so beautiful. I think all the characters really get a chance to shine. And I was making Furiosa for Mad Max whilst doing this, and so I'm like, interesting. Bizarre that the two characters in my filmography that have the most in common are Princess Peach and Furiosa. That's pretty rad.
Yeah. Were you always Princess Peach in Mario Kart and other games?
No, I have to be, otherwise I feel like I'm cheating.
Exactly. But who were you cheating with beforehand?
I got it. I've played Daisy a couple of times, but don't tell her. Don't tell Peach.
I won't. Peach herself in the games, she has had her own spin-offs where she's been the lead. Is that somewhere where you'd hope, obviously ideal world and all that kind of stuff, but where you hope you could lead that character to explore more of Peach as a main character, as it were?
I mean, I'll follow her anywhere. I love this group of collaborators. I love this world. It's honestly been such a joy that whatever they've got cooking, I'd love to be a part of it.
Yeah. And what is it in particular you're excited for the Mario fans to see when this film comes out later this month?
I think the amount of Easter eggs that there are in there, the healthy dose of nostalgia, but it's still inviting to people that don't know much about the game. And it's just beautiful. When I left, I couldn't stop talking about the animation because I really, really love animation. And it's the most beautiful animated film I've seen. It's just stunning what the artist did.
Yeah, definitely. And you've already mentioned it, but you're taking on another beloved character with Furiosa in your next film. I know you absolutely cannot say anything about that film, but in terms of, you mentioned the comparison there. Is there any comparison when you're comparing a role like Furiosa to Princess Peach, or is it just so different?
They're both very good on a bike.
Yeah.
Very good on a bike and have a singular purpose and will stop at nothing to achieve it. I think that's as much as I can say without getting into some real trouble.
And obviously last year was a huge year for you. You had such a variety of roles in The Menu and Amsterdam and those. So across your career, can you think of what it is that draws you to a role? Or is it just a case of that cliche that you only know it when you see it?
There seems to be a big element of fate for me with roles. I really believe that if a character is yours, it's yours, and if it's not, you have a moral obligation to let it go to the person that it's supposed to go to. So it always seems to coincide with something that's going on in my life, or it teaches me something. And usually I can only see it in hindsight, but I just feel so lucky to have been able to live all of these different lives with these different people and get to learn from them. It's just, movie making is my favorite thing to do, and the fact that I get to do it is such a dream.
Yeah, definitely. And just finally, when we were talking to Chris Pratt and Charlie Day the other day, we asked them if any of their co-stars from other projects they could see in the Mushroom Kingdom. So Charlie Day said Danny DeVito as Wario. Is there anyone who springs to mind from people you've worked with and who they could play in a potential sequel?
You're getting me on 2 hours of sleep, so I'm trying to I'm trying to picture my filmography right now. I think James McAvoy would smash it. I don't know who he'd be, but he's so good and he's so talented and he's really good at voices. So I think he would smash Mario Brothers.
Perfect. He could be like some unknown Scottish brother of Mario and Luigi, like a half brother of someone.
Exactly. That comes to visit Brooklyn.